been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Trying to get my hair to do cool things. Hello, friends. Greetings and welcome to Nat 21 Adventures. I am Melissa Lee. I am the author of Dread. That's how I point to that. Boop. I'm also backlit today because I had to move away from my office because my husband is having a very important meeting in there. And my daughter is downstairs in the basement playing and yelling at my mother. So this was the place that I could be, which is in our kitchen. And I'm faced toward the windows because that way is where the door is that goes down to the basement. So if my mother needs to run up here at some point and be like, diaper emergency, she could do that without completely distracting all of you, just distracting me. Anyway, hello, welcome to Nat 21 Adventures. This is called Flash Phantasmagoria. So Phantasmagoria is scenes like unto those seen in a dream. So the way I interpret that is everything is a little off. It's a little odd. It's a little different. So maybe the sand is purple in your beach. because it's a dream. I legitimately had a dream last night, and I need to tell Arthur Rowan about this, who sings our opening theme song. I had a dream last night that I was in a Star Wars murder mystery. Yep. And we had to keep finding like Lego pieces to put together that were supposed to be like the murder weapon. I don't know how that worked, but yeah, I kept finding pieces of things everywhere. And there was political intrigue and all kinds of fun stuff. But he was there, and he was singing some of his star shanties as sort of like the background music dinner guest thing. So I have to let him know. Yes, it is Johnny O'Twitch. Very Arthur Rowan of him to be the background music provided at a Star Wars murder mystery. So I have to let him know that happened. All right. Anyway, before we officially get started, I'll talk about Flash in a second. Is it moved into media assets? Yay. Our friends 3D2U, who were on the channel last night, which was super, super nice. And if you really want to find out about that weird knife that they have, I got to see it. But that was after we were no longer live streaming. If you would like to ask them about stabby implements that may or may not be cursed, feel free to contact them. 3d2u.org. Just tell them that I sent you. Also, check out all their awesome dice things. They have all of this merchandise that you're seeing in front of you right now. They are also developing DM screens for the first time ever. They have journals. They have all different kinds of crafts. A lot of them are made out of wood, but some of them are made out of plastic and 3D printed. So you can definitely check out 3d2u.org on Facebook or Instagram. And you can also find them at many local New Jersey geek and Ren Fair convention type things. Let's see what else. Destination D&D, which is where people probably are somewhat right now. I think that's where Paul and Anta are until tomorrow. Destination D&D is traveling all over the country. I think they are in Italy right now, but we have done events in New Orleans. We have done events in England. We have, there's been other events that have happened. I think they did one in the Czech Republic at one point, which is amazing. But feel free to check it out. DestinationDND.com to go travel and play D&D in exotic locations like actual castles. Also, I have a book. I have 2 books, actually. So this is the newest one, Dread. I did not mean for them to both start with D, but here we are. Dread is my newest book. It was released on October 1st of 2024. It is available on Amazon. It's myself and a really awesome Rappahannock tribe artist. Her name is Devin Borkowski. She did all of the art, including the art that you see on the left of the advertisement right there. And it's amazing. She did such a good job. So please check it out if you get a chance. And we're back. So I'm sorry, my nose is running a lot. I think it's allergies and dust in the air. So we've talked about Phantasmagoria, which are scenes like unto those in a dream. Flash fiction is classified usually as anything underneath 1,000 words. I've seen it also down to like 500. But the idea here is that, at least in fiction, we are creating a piece that is very, very short. You could also call it a drabble. Drabbles I've seen, they are even shorter. They are usually about 100 words. I've also seen it as a cigarette break story. But the idea is that you are creating something. Oh, hello, Evelyn. Yay. You are creating something that is short, along with prompts that we are going to put together. And you are trying to encompass a whole scene within the 5 minutes that we are going to set aside to do this. And the hope is, when you guys join me on things like this, either live right now or in a replay, that you are taking the 30-ish minutes that we are together to create something, and to at least give yourself the opportunity of, you know what, I created today. I did something. I stepped away from my job. I stepped away from my responsibilities, and I just did something for me. And that's really important. I'm learning that more and more, especially as a mom, that like you need to take time to remind yourself of who you are and what you like to do and what you like to create. So if that means you're going to color for 10 minutes, if that means that you're going to draw, or you're going to try to write a song or anything like that. Yes, exactly. As Evelyn Evermore has said, you need me time, because you got to remember who me is. That me still exists outside of your obligations and your work and your responsibilities and your parenting and things like that. There is a you that is independent of all of those things, while all of those things are important and might lead into who you are. They're not the sum total of who you are. And you need to take time to actually spend making this yourself. And now that my daughter is slowly starting to regulate herself in such a way that she tends to actually sleep, at least sleep through the night most of the time. Anyway, I'm going to dedicate myself to doing this more regularly. This is what I want to do. This would make me draped. I like that. That's fun. Yeah, we're going to take some time today and we're going to create some stuff. And I'm going to be playing some music in the background as something to inspire you. So whether you're doing this live right now or you're doing it on a replay and you're like just skipping to what the official prompts are and what you need to create, anything is valid. So with that said, now we're going to start to come up with some kind of prompt. And because I happen to have a camera in front of me, and this is a small picture of my cat Lilith that no one believes exists because she always hides under the couch. So this is Lilith. She's a real cat. She's just never out. And she gets matted because of that. But I have an instant camera. So that's one of the things I want is an instant camera. That's going to be our first prompt. Oh, Sir David, hello. That's going to be part of our first prompt is an instant camera. So instant camera and instant photograph. Instant something. Oh, hi, Sally. Yay. Oh, you guys are both here. Great. So we're starting with instant camera. Instant camera will be involved at some point during whatever it is you're about to create. So instant camera. Now I need a location. I like to say vaguely specific. So ultra specific is like Raleigh, North Carolina, because there are people who will go to Raleigh, North Carolina, and they know exactly what you're talking about. I just read a really awesome book that was set in New Jersey, but they talked a lot about Philadelphia. And every time they mentioned Philadelphia, the things that they brought up, I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly where you are. I know what that is because I've lived in Philly, or I lived in Philly for almost 20 years. Okay, we might have to use that. An abandoned Cracker Barrel. I love that. Yeah. Okay. So that's a great example of vaguely specific. Cracker Barrels can be pretty much anywhere in the country. They're more associated with, I think, the East Coast. I don't really see them on the West Coast all that much, but Cracker Barrels all along the 95 corridor. If you've ever traveled anywhere along 95, there's Cracker Barrels off of many exits. An abandoned Cracker Barrel is fun. That gives you sort of a quality of what it is. But they could be anywhere, which is really fun. So vaguely specific. I like that. I love this too. The other side of a closed door. That's fun. I love a basement or mausoleum. The mausoleum of a Cracker Barrel. You know what? Okay, wait, we're going to combo these. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we're going with instant camera. I love abandoned Cracker Barrel. And we're going to do the other side of a closed door. So these are things that are just inspiration that you can use to create. I like to include all three aspects that we put into stuff. Now you can use direct references about like, oh yeah, I have this photo of an instant from an instant camera. And it takes place in this Cracker Barrel on the other side of this door. Or you can use any of those things as imagery, where reincorporating the photos over and over again might be a theme, or it might be an allegory for something else, or like an abandoned Cracker Barrel. I also love this too. Thank you, Sir David Percival. I'm going to go with what I've got, but yes, next to a mausoleum. See, that's the thing. It's just the mausoleum part that I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And please remember that for next week, because I would love to do something like that with mausoleum next week. That would be cool, because I don't think we've ever used that as a prompt. There are rarely Cracker Barrels next to mausoleums. I've looked. There have been other things. There have been some Dollar Generals that are next to old cemeteries, at least in Arkansas. Don't ask. Anyway, so this is what we got for our prompts. Some point in whatever you're creating, try to involve instant camera, abandoned Cracker Barrel, and the other side of a closed door. All right, now I need to share my screen, give you music to check out. Pop. Share. And put it in the thing. Once again, we are using breaking copyright. This is a piece called We Stand Together by Solus. Let me throw that information into our streaming whatnot. Boop. So Solus Composer, We Stand Together, in a Creative Commons 3.0 license. But yeah, anyway, this is a piece that is, I think it's a little bit over, it's 4 minutes long. So we're going to have a little bit of hang time at the end where we are still going to be creating, but without the music. And this, I just picked at random within the Breaking Copyright Awesome channel. And we're just going to use this as some inspiration in the background of what we are creating. I am setting a timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes on my timer. And we are going to play this music and get started. And good luck. You'll probably hear me typing. Here we go. Okay. So about 30 seconds left. So finish up whatever you're doing. This is weird. Okay, we are at time. I'm gonna stop sharing. Boop, bitty, it's me. I'm back again. But okay. Thank you, Evelyn. I wasn't able to create, but the music was great to scan documents to. It does make you feel very like epic when you're like, okay, I'm scanning documents to this like epic fantasy music. That's part of why I was just like, you know what? Let's throw some music in the background. It's always inspiring to me. Okay, so here's what I've got. Let me actually put in the prompts today. And what is the date today? January 9th. January 9th, and it was Cracker Barrel. And it's camera. Okay, here we go. This is a weird one. The picture I have isn't clear. It's from an instant camera, so who'd expect it to be? But I know exactly where it was taken. The old Cracker Barrel off 95 at the border between states, where my sister and I used to stop on the way to our parents' house. They say twins can sense things from one another. I felt that way ever since she vanished, that if I could just figure out where to start, I could track her down, find her again. So here I am in a parking lot sprung up with weeds, holding a small photo of a girl who looks exactly like me. Exactly like me, but covered in bruises and crying. She's pleading at the camera to be set free. And in spite of her captivating stare, the first thing that struck me was the old scythe in the corner of the storage area where she was being kept. The one graffitied for fun with pink marker when the wait staff weren't looking. No one else would notice it but us. And that's why I know where she was. maybe where she still is, behind the broken glass of this entryway with the abandoned rocking chairs rotting in the cold. I'm shocked that worked out so well. That was really good. Yay. I hope all of you have had a good time and created some fun things. Please feel free to share it on our Discord. If someone can ping the Discord in the Twitch chat, that would be great. We do have a Twitch, a Flash Phantasmagoria thread of things that people have written and shared. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Going to do yay, there we go. Discord, Nightbot. Doing a quick shout out right now to all the other things that are happening on the channel. Feel free to check out everything that's on the schedule. It's a lot of fun. There's a variety of different things. We'll see if we can be doing some Gothic horror gaming next week. I don't know yet. Depends on what my internet situation is. So we'll keep you guys informed. Thank you to 3D2U for being awesome sponsors of the channel in general and for being good friends and hanging out with me last night and showing me scary swords. I wrote a book. It's called Dread. I wrote another book. It's called Dare. They're both available on Amazon. Feel free to check them out. Please do check out Destination D&D for all of your Destination D&D needs. Go play actual D&D and actual castles. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, have a really wonderful day, and I hope that you will continue to join me in this commitment of creating things as often as possible. So, blessings to you all. Bye.